So, hello again, everybody. I hope that you're all fine. So, today I'm going to post a new video, and I hope that you're all fine. Of course, as you see in the picture, we have here a cheerful face who represents hope in the modern world. Just for me, it's a personal point of view. So, if I ask you, who is this figure? It's a very famous figure. Maybe I don't think that you will find out. So he is Neil deGrasse, okay? Neil deGrasse. What is he? His job is he's scientist and a physicist. So the question here, who is your favorite scientist? I'm talking about myself here. Neil deGrasse, who is American, is my favorite scientist. So if I say who is your favorite scientist, I'm using here who, okay? So I'm asking about a person. So here I say Neil deGrasse is my favorite scientist. But I have introduced here a new sentence here to give information about this person, to add information. Neil deGrasse, who is American, is my favorite scientist. So I use here who to replace Neil deGrasse. Okay, and to add information. Next question here is, where do you study? Okay, so here I'm using here where. Okay, you see here I'm using where, and where we ask about the place. Okay, so the question, the answer here, the high school where I study is called Kindy. Okay, so here where replace the place here, the high school, it's a place. What do you do in that place? You study. Where I study. So here you add information about this high school. The high school where I study is called Kindy. So I'm using here where it replaces a place. Like you replaces a person, here where replaces a place. Next one here, which school subject do you like most? The school subject which I like most is physics. So here, which, you ask about a thing, something. Which school subject do you like most? So here, the school subject which I like most, so here which replaces school subject, and here the information which I like most is called, or is physics. So here which replace school subject. Second one, next one, sorry. So we have here, why do you like physics? So here when you ask the question why, it's for explanation, it's for reason. So here, the reason why I like physics, okay? So here why, replace the reason. The reason why I like physics is its ability to explain the physical reality. Okay, so here is the reason why I like physics, because it explains the physical reality. Okay, so here why replace the reason. So here you should have guessed now the title of the lesson, which is relative pronouns. Relative pronouns, they replace things and we use them to add information. So like here we have who or whom, they replace people, which, things, whose, it's possessive, means something that you have or you own. And here we have that, we use it to replace which or to replace who. And we have where, when, why, they're adverbs, but we use them as relative pronouns. They do the same job as which or who. Okay? So we're going to see this in detail. So here is a short text. Read following text and answer the following question. Where did Khalid spend his holiday? So here he went on holiday. Where did he spend it? So you read the short text and you answer the question. The question is very simple. And as you see here, we have relative pronouns in red. Okay, so it's like the sentence we had before. So we use here relative pronouns. They replace something. So you answered the question. Then we move to the second, next exercise. So here we have relative pronoun, as you see here, relative pronoun, and words they refer to. For example, let's take who, this who here. The girl who you see here is Maria. Okay, so who, it refers to the girl who. So if we come to the form here, what do we have? We have who, after who we have subject. We have the girl who, you. So after who we have you, which is a subject. So when we have subject comes after who, we say it's an object pronoun, because this who replaces the girl. You see Maria here. Okay, so Maria is an object, so it's an object pronoun. We can replace it by that. We can say the girl that you see here is Maria. Okay, the girl that you see here is Maria. Can we say the girl you see here is Maria? We leave out, it means we omit who. We use the sentence without who. The girl you see here is Maria. Is it correct? Yes, it's correct. So then we say the object pronoun is unnecessary. Means it's not necessary for the meaning. If we use the sentence without who, it's correct. We understand it. So I repeat, we have the relative pronoun, it's who, it refers to the girl, and form, since we have who plus subject, then we say who is an object pronoun because it replaces the object of the verb see. And we can put, instead of who, we can put that. And we can also leave it out, we can omit it. And when we have this option, it means when we can use a sentence without a relative pronoun, we say the relative pronoun is unnecessary. It means we can have a sentence without relative pronoun. Okay, so I think it's a little bit clearer. I hope that you are going to stop the video and try to work on the others. We have who, whose, where, which, and which. You find the words that they express, okay? The forms, okay? And you tell me, is it object pronoun or is it subject pronoun? And is it necessary or unnecessary? Okay? So, try to do this before we move to the coming slide. So, next slide here. I have then the exercise myself here. So the second one is who. Of course, it replaces here the person. What comes after who here? What comes after who? It's a verb, who enjoys. So it's a subject pronoun, because here who, it's the subject of the verb enjoy. Okay. And we can replace it by that. We can say she was the kind of a person that enjoys helping others. Can we say she was the kind of person enjoys helping others? Is it correct? No, it's not correct. And here we say it's necessary, because we can't have a correct, meaningful sentence without who here. Okay. And here in the first sentence here, we use whom when it's an object pronoun. We use the girl who you see there is Maria, or the girl whom you see there or here is Maria. Okay, it's whom, it replaces the person, girl. Next one here, it's whose. This is Antonio the boy whose father is a university teacher. So here, whose, it replaces the father of the boy. So we say it's possessive. It's from possession. Okay. Of course, here we say it's necessary, and we don't replace it with that. Second one is where. So here this is where. This is the hotel where we stayed. So here it replaces the hotel. So the form is where after we. It's adverb of place. It's necessary. We cannot say this is the hotel we stayed. If we want to use a sentence like this, we are going to say this is the hotel we stayed in. Okay, we replace where with a preposition of place, in. Okay. Next one here is which. Which here replaces photos. Okay. This Khalid is showing his friends some photos which he took. So we have which plus he. It's an object pronoun because after a relative pronoun we have a verb. We have a subject. So it's an object pronoun. We can replace it by that, and also it's unnecessary. Okay, because it's an object pronoun. We can say Khalid is showing his friends some photos he took while he was on holiday. Okay, it's correct. Next one, balcony. Okay, here which replaces balcony. My room had a balcony which looked over the sea. So we have here which looked. So it's a subject pronoun because after which we have subject. Is it necessary? Yes, sure. My room had a balcony looked over the sea. No. My room had a balcony that looked over the sea. So here we can put that also here, but it's necessary for the meaning of the sentence. Okay, so who, whom, whose, where, which, we use them like, and of course when we use it for time, and why we had an example before, or reason. Now here only to clarify this who or whom. For example here, the friend whom I met in my childhood bought an expensive car last year. So here after who we have a subject. It means who is an object pronoun. We can leave it out. We can say the friend I met in my childhood bought an expensive car. Generally we use whom, but some people use here who. The friend who I met in my childhood bought. But the correct form is whom because it's an object pronoun. The problem is here, the student to whom I gave my textbook is sitting over there, is sitting there. So here you have preposition plus relative pronoun. Here we use only whom. Okay, like to whom, with whom, from whom. So the student with whom I spent my graduate studies is now in Spain, for example. Like this. Okay, I think it's clear a little bit. So it's a very easy exercise. You fill in the blanks with who, which, where, and whose. Okay, and if pre-practice, you practice at home with your friends. You ask a question and the other one answers. For example, name a country where you can visit Big Ben. So here you use a relative pronoun. The country where you can visit Big Ben is England. Okay, so here you use a relative pronoun plus sentence here, which we're going to see in next lesson, which is called relative clause. So here it's relative clause because it's a sentence which starts by a relative pronoun. Give me the name of a restaurant neighborhood where one can eat delicious pizza. I think Noor is the restaurant where you can eat delicious meals including pizza. Also here we have where. Give me the name of country whose president is Trump. The country whose president is Trump is USA. Here we have using whose president is Trump. So this is a relative clause starting by whose. So I think it's clear please just practice this exercise because it's going to help us for the coming lesson, which is relative clause. So thank you so much. Take good care of yourself and see you soon. Bye bye.